Hello students, in the previous part of this chapter you have read about first law of motion. Now according to force, you have observed that the impact of force on a body is different. Like if you apply greater force, the object will attain greater speed, right? And if you apply a small force on a body, it will attain a smaller speed, right? But the impact can be same. A small object thrown with a great force can hurt just as the heavier object. Like if the truck hits a man, that can be fatal, and the bullet, which is very small but fired from a gun and has a great speed, can also be fatal, right? So the impact of the force or impact of motion is depend on two factors, that is mass and velocity of the body, right? The property, the quantity which combine mass and velocity is known as momentum. So what is momentum? The quantity which combine mass and velocity of the body, right? Or mathematically we can say momentum is equal to mass and velocity. Okay, so momentum is represented as P, mass is represented as M, and velocity is represented as V. So we can say that the product of mass and velocity is momentum. Okay, now what is the SI unit of momentum? Now we have mass into kg and velocity into meter per second. Okay, so momentum can be kg meter per second, or it can also be written as kg meter per second. Okay, so this is the SI unit of momentum. Okay, now as we know about the momentum, we can study about the second law of motion. What is second law of motion? So second law of motion is rate of change of momentum. Second law of motion is rate of change of momentum is directly proportional to the force applied. In mathematical term, we can say that change in momentum divided by time is directly proportional to force applied. Alright. So what was momentum? So let's convert into the formula. Change in momentum is P2 minus P1. What it states, that means the final momentum and the initial momentum. Okay, the change in momentum is P2 minus P1. Time is T and force applied is F. Okay, so from here, if we put these values in this formula, we will get P2 minus P1 divided by T is directly proportional to F. But just now we have studied that momentum P is equal to what? mv, right? We have studied it that momentum is equal to product of mass and velocity. Let's put this value into this. So what we will get? We will get mass will remain same because we are talking about the same object. Okay, mv minus mu. Why? V is the final velocity and u is the initial velocity. And u is the initial velocity. Okay. So on putting this value, we will get mv minus mu divided by t is directly proportional to F. Now taking m common, we will get v minus u divided by t is directly proportional to F. In the last chapter, you have studied that rate of change of velocity is known as acceleration. That means v by t is equal to acceleration. So on putting this value, we will get ma divided by t is, sorry, not divided by t because we have taken t, is directly proportional to F. Okay. On to differentiate F directly proportion, we will get ma k is equal to F. From where this k come from? K is in the place of directly proportion. Okay, so we get force applied on a body will be equal to mass into acceleration into constant. So k is the proportional constant. Okay. Now if we take a condition that mass of a body is 1 kg, force applied is 1 unit and acceleration is 1 meter per second square, then k will be 1 into 1 into k is equal to F. That means 1, because we have F is equal to 1, right? So on putting these values in the equation, we will get 1 into 1 into k is equal to 1. So we will get k is equal to 1. From there we get F is equal to mass into acceleration. Okay, so force applied on a body will be equal to mass into acceleration of that body. Now if we talk about the SI unit of force, what will be the SI unit of force? Mass we have kg, okay, and acceleration is meter per second square. So this will be the SI unit of force, or in place of writing kg meter per second square, we can write also Newton, that is represented as N. So we can say the SI unit of force is Newton. Okay, so this was the second law of motion. We will study about the application of second law of motion in the next video.